So, what if the way you think about money is about to change in a way that you can't see yet? There is a huge change happening behind the scenes that is changing everything from global payments to institutional investing. Two names, Ripple and XRP, are at the heart of this change. S&P Dow Jones has officially added XRP to its index, and the top innovator of a $1.7 trillion asset manager has said that the next 5 years will be more eventful than the last 50. At the same time that leading central bankers like Christine Lagarde don't believe in Bitcoin, the Brazilian real is already being used on the XRP system. There is a deep event going on. We'll put everything together in this movie. I need to be honest before we go any further down this financial rabbit hole. Without a plan, it's almost impossible to find your way around this new area. That's the reason I made the XRP Millionaire Blueprint. This isn't just another PDF guide. It's a step-by-step system that comes from over a decade of in-depth study and real-life investment experience. The goal is to teach you how to find the next huge chances long before the rest of the world does. You can find the link in the text below if you want to get ahead of the game. Let's talk about how fast things go. There is a dangerous gap between the old, slow infrastructure and the new instant technology in today's banking system. How do institutions handle this crazy change? Someone in charge at Franklin Templeton, a company that manages an amazing $1.7 trillion, was asked this very question. His answer was so clear, it scared me. You can't move slowly. It is their job to set up new systems based on wallets as quickly as possible. He said we are living in a time when the changes in the last 5 years will be bigger than the changes in the last 50 years. This isn't a slow change. It looks like a wave. Old players will have to change their business models at a speed they never thought possible because of new players who are quick to adapt. You can't run a split system where some deals take days to settle and others only take seconds. There is too much risk. Moving everything to the most efficient set of lines is the only way to move forward, and the move needs to happen quickly. When a huge company worth $1.7 trillion talks like this, you know we're in for a wild ride. Even the most traditional parts of Wall Street are starting to feel this institutional pressure. The S&P Bitcoin Broad Digital Market Index is now part of the S&P Dow Jones Indices, a name that is always linked to trust in the market. And right there with Bitcoin and Ethereum as the top 3 components by weight is XRP. It's not just a list, it's a strong message. It keeps track of more than 300 digital assets and is used as a standard by serious institutional buyers. It's what they use to make investment products, check the success of portfolios, and make a market that wasn't clear before clear. The fact that XRP is a top-tier component means that the world's most powerful and important investors see it as one of the biggest, most liquid cryptocurrencies in the world. This is how assets go from being risky new things to being real investments that institutions can trust. Ripple's plan, on the other hand, is much more than just getting known. It's about bold growth and taking over the market. People are now pointing out that the company is one of the busiest buyers of the year. The $200 million deal they made to buy the stablecoin expert Whale was a brilliant move. Whale already makes up a big 10% of all stablecoin payments made between businesses around the world. Think about what this means. If Ripple buys something similar again, they might be able to control 20% or even 25% of this important market. Ripple is carefully setting itself up to be the leader in enterprise-grade stablecoin payments in the future. It's like a game of chess. This is not a guessing game. It's about putting together a huge financial kingdom, one piece at a time. What about the rest of the market while Ripple builds real infrastructure? She is in charge of the European Central Bank. Let's talk to her. When asked directly about Bitcoin, she gave a clear answer. In her heart, she is sure that it has no worth in and of itself and no connection to reality. She is aware of the buzz, the community, and the price charts that go up and down, but she thinks it's all because people are trying to look confident instead of really needing it. She's right too. Check with any big bank to see if they use Bitcoin for global payments or managing their money. They don't. They buy it because they think the price will go up. There are many systemic risks with the product. What will happen if the Satoshi wallet wakes up after being inactive for a long time, or if the Tether market crashes? The whole system is based on faith. I would much rather bet on an asset that is being actively looked into by companies for use in the real world. That is where real, long-term value is made, not from hype, but from usefulness. And that usefulness is bursting into being right now. Right now, the Brazilian real has been tokenized and is now live on the XRP system. This is a very important event. There have already been the first digital real transactions, which were made possible by Brazza Bank, a big bank in Brazil. This person is not a test driver. The rollout is happening in stages, and the big goal is to get 30% of Brazil's SafeCoin market by the end of 2026. This change makes digital transfers quick, easy, and legal for businesses and soon for regular people shopping online. This is blockchain technology going from being just an idea to being used to help one of the biggest countries in the world. The XRP ledger is going through a big change to support this growing community. It's no longer just about being paid. New features are being added, such as tokens that can be used for more than one thing, a permissioned DEX, and even a native system for lending. One developer said that being able to create credit on-chain is necessary to really copy and improve standard finance. The XRPPL is being carefully improved to become a full-stack financial platform. This goes far beyond its original purpose and gets ready for a future where all kinds of value are tokenized and traded on its rails. Where do you think the price of XRP is going with all this momentum? The founder of Cubic Analytics, 𝗙𝗶𝗆, says that the charts tell a very interesting story. He finds a number of important targets using normal technical analysis. The first one costs $440. 6 hours is the next level up, but if you look at the bigger pattern of consolidation, the goals are even more shocking. $540 and a mind-boggling $1,155. He makes it clear that these goals will still be valid as long as XRP stays above $2.68, which is a key support level. This gives a clear framework, a huge upside potential, and a clear point where the framework is no longer true. Wishful thought has nothing to do with it.